Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Tina Mims. I'm a family medicine physician in New Providence, the Bahamas. And I realized that I didn't go live on Instagram to share my information. And so I'm sharing this with my countrymen. I'm sharing this with everybody who would hear about the importance of preparing yourself during COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic. The most important thing that you could do at this time is really to self isolate. Okay? What do I mean by self isolate? Go into your homes, close the door, don't allow anybody in, communicate on your phone. If you need to go to the store or whatnot, that's still permissible. We understand that, but please limit it as much as possible. We're talking about maybe get groceries every 2 weeks or so. And social distancing will be your most powerful asset at this point in time because the coronavirus is transmitted from person to person. That's what we know. Okay, and it can live on surfaces, especially non-porous surfaces such as steel or glass for up to 3-4 days. So the most important thing you can do is to self-isolate. Okay, it's not the most comfortable thing, it's not the most popular thing. We're human beings, we're social creatures, correct? So we need to feel touch. We want to communicate with everyone, but the truth of the matter is to be safe, or the safest position you can be in is to self-isolate. Okay? So another thing that you need to understand, the coronavirus is not a flu. It's not a flu. It's simply not that. Okay? We have flu vaccines that are out every year, and the one that was out last year was particularly effective in my opinion, but it does absolutely nothing for corona because it's a completely different class of virus. Okay? It gives respiratory symptoms primarily. We're talking about cough, we're talking about fevers, and we're talking about shortness of breath primarily. You can have other symptoms, sneezing, fatigue. Some people have digestive symptoms such as vomiting or diarrhea, but the primary ones that we're seeing fever, cough, shortness of breath. Okay? And what's important to know is that there are people who can actually have the illness and not manifest a severe form of the disease, as to say they have a mild form of disease, maybe a low grade fever and maybe some cough. It doesn't look like anything suspicious or something so grave or so scary as to say it can lead to a hospital admission. And well, thank goodness that they're not having those extreme symptoms such as shortness of breath or developing a pneumonia, which can actually kill you. But there are other persons that we have to keep in mind and we have to protect in our community, and that's the persons who are immunocompromised, and by that I mean their immune systems are not as strong as ours because of whatever reason. If they have had cancer, if they're taking chemotherapy, if they have some autoimmune disease, if they're taking steroids, if they have some underlying illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, or even respiratory illnesses such as asthma or COPD. And a lot of our chronic smokers are also susceptible because of that. Okay, so what I want you guys to know is that we're in this together. This is a worldwide battle. It's not about me, it's not about one individual person. The whole world is in this. Okay, we're in this together, and the only way that we can get through this with the least amount of casualties as possible. I'm saying this to my family here in the Bahamas and talking to my friends and my family in the United States and beyond, is to really be selfless. We can't be selfish about what we want or what we feel is good for us and whatnot, because it's what's the greater good that we need to keep in mind. We need to protect each other. We need to look out for each other. We need to self-isolate, because this thing, coronavirus, can be in your system for up to 14 days and not show anything. You would not have any symptoms for 14 days. It can actually happen. And then after that, you manifest symptoms. But during that time, you could also be transmitting the infection without even knowing. Okay? And somebody who's weaker than you and somebody that you love, someone that's so important to you, could actually end up really sick or possibly even die. So I just want you guys to please be mindful of that. When you are deciding that, oh, I don't really need to go anywhere, I just want to get out of the house, or oh, I'm tired of being cooped up in this place. And I'm asking you to put aside your petty feelings. I'm asking you to put aside what you feel, and take into consideration the lives of others. Okay? And so, there are COVID-19 hotlines here in the Bahamas if between the hours of 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's the nighttime hours. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I apologize. 8 in the morning to 8 at night. These numbers you can call, and you can speak to a healthcare professional, and they'll give you information about COVID-19. If you feel like you have any symptoms, you can call them. They'll also give you more information on how to go about getting healthcare or getting assistance. If you do feel like you need to come in, you need healthcare assistance, and you want to come in to your private physician, please call ahead. It will allow us the opportunity to prepare for your arrival. Okay? And not only that, I want you guys to remember that you have to wash your hands. Please remember to wash your hands, okay? And so you're supposed to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, work up a lather, sing happy birthday in your head a couple of times, okay? Work up a rich lather in your hands, wash the back of your hands. You want to get in between your fingers, under your fingernails, wash around your thumbs, and then to your wrists. And then rinse and turn off the faucet with the napkin that you dry your hands off with, okay? And you want to wash your hands before and after any activity, okay, so that you don't transfer the bacteria from one place to the next. Okay, remember, we're in this together. I love you guys. Please be safe. Please protect yourselves. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Just leave them in my inbox or at the bottom of this message, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Okay, so be safe, everyone. Goodbye.